Hello friends, myself Surinder Mohandeep, Head of Department of Mathematics, GN College Narangwal. In this video, we shall use differentiation to check concavity, convexity and points of inflection of a curve. Before watching this video, I suggest you to watch my previous video concavity and convexity part 1. Link is given in the description box. So let us begin with the topic. So first working method for concave upward, that is convex downward. Working method for concave upward or convex downward. The curve y equal to fx is said to be concave upward or convex downward in the interval a comma b if double derivative of f, that is f double dash x, is strictly greater than 0 in this interval. That is, if double derivative of the function fx is strictly greater than 0 in an interval ab, then the curve is concave upward in that interval. Working method for concave downward, that is convex upward. The curve y equal to fx is said to be concave downward or convex upward in the interval a comma b if double derivative of f, that is f double dash x, is less than 0, strictly less than 0 in this interval. So for concave downward, we will find the double derivative of fx, and then we find the interval in which this double derivative is negative. In that particular interval, the curve will be concave downward. Next, point of inflection. We have to find the value of x for which double derivative of fx is 0 or double derivative of fx does not exist. To make it clear, either double derivative is 0 or f double dash x, that is double derivative, does not exist. Suppose x equal to e is such a point where either double derivative is 0 or double derivative does not exist. Then it is a point of inflection if either double derivative of fx changes sign at x equal to e, means when x is less than e and when x is greater than e, the signs are opposite. Either first is positive, second is negative, or first is negative, second is positive. And the second one is the triple derivative of fx exists at x equal to e and it is non-zero at e. So this is the working method to find point of inflection of a curve. Now we shall discuss an example. Take fx equal to x square minus 1 divided by x square plus 1. Fx is equals to x square minus 1 divided by x square plus 1. First we find double derivative of f. After calculating f double dash x is minus 4 into under root 3x minus 1 into under root 3x plus 1 whole over x square plus 1 the cube. So this is the double derivative of fx. Now for concave upward, the double derivative must be positive as discussed in the previous slide. Fx is concave upward for double derivative positive. Now here a minus sign is already there in the double derivative. So for concave upward, multiplication of these two factors must be less than 0 because the denominator is always positive as it is x square plus 1 whole raised to power 3. So 3x square minus 1, the multiplication of these two is 3x square minus 1 is less than 0, means x square less than 1 by 3, changing into mod. So mod x square less than 1 by 3, mod x less than 1 by under root 3 means minus 1 by under root 3 less than x less than 1 by under root 3. So the curve is concave upward in the interval minus 1 by under root 3 comma 1 by under root 3. For concave downward, as before, For concave upward, we will have to calculate 3x square minus 1 less than 0. We will have to find the values of x for which this expression was negative. So in case of concave downward, we will have to find the values where this expression is greater than 0. So as before, we will get mod x greater than 1 by under root 3. It means either x is greater than 1 by under root 3 or x is less than minus 1 by under root 3. Means the curve is concave downward in minus infinity to minus 1 by under root 3 and 1 by under root 3 to infinity. Next we find points of inflection of this curve. Now again looking at the double derivative, f double dash x is minus 4 into under root 3x minus 1 into under root 3x plus 1 whole over x square plus 1 raised to power 3. Point of inflection was either we have to find values of x where double derivative is 0 or where double derivative does not exist. Now in this case, the double derivative of fx was, the denominator of the double derivative was x square plus 1 cube. So it will never be 0 for real values of x. It means there is no point where double derivative does not exist. So what we have to do, we have to find the points where the double derivative is 0. So when this factor is 0 and this factor is 0, means under root 3x minus 1 equal to 0, under root 3x plus 1 equal to 0. So the possible points of inflections are minus 1 by under root 3 comma 1 by under root 3. Now we are having two possibilities. Either we calculate triple derivative, which is quite difficult and it will take a lot of time. So we will apply the formula of changing sign. Again, when x equal to 1 by under root 3. Now again look at the double derivative. When x is 1 by under root 3, under 1 by under root 3 comes from this factor. When we put this factor equal to 0, we get x equal to 1 by under root 3. Now ignoring the other ones, when x is greater than 1 by under root 3, this factor is positive. When x is greater than 1 by under root 3, it means under root 3x minus 1 greater than 0. It means the double derivative is negative because there is already a negative sign in the double derivative here. Similarly, when x is less than 1 by under root 3, we will get the double derivative as positive. It means the double derivative changes sign at x equal to 1 by under root 3. So this is a point of inflection of the curve. Similarly, at x equal to minus 1 by under root 3, there is a point of inflection of the curve. So what we have shown, the curve is concave upward in the open interval minus 1 by under root 3 comma 1 by under root 3, concave downward from minus infinity to minus 1 by under root 3 and 1 by under root 3 to infinity, and the curve is having point of inflection at 1 by under root 3 comma minus 1 by under root 3. So let us see this example graphically. We will take the help of GeoGebra. We define the function x square minus 1 divided by x square plus 1. 1 minute. So this is the function x square minus 1 over x square plus 1. Now we take the derivative of this function. We define a new function gx equal to f dash x. We need not the graph of this function, so we delete the graph of gx. Again, we define a new function hx equal to double derivative of f. Again, we need not the graph of this function. So look, fx is x square minus 1 over x square plus 1. This is the first derivative and this is the second derivative. After simplifying, it will be minus 4 into under root 3x minus 1 into under root 3x plus 1 divided by x square plus 1 whole raised to power 3. Now what we do, we take a point anywhere, somewhere here, we take a point A on this curve. Now we draw a tangent to the curve to the curve at the point A. Now we move the point along the boundary of this curve. Look, in this portion, this is nearly, this point is minus 1 by under root 3. In this portion, the curve is concave upward, and somewhere here is the point 1 by under root 3. As we move upward from this point, the branch of the curve is below the tangent, so the curve is concave downward. Again look, up to this point the curve is concave downward up to this point. This is nearly 1 by under root 3, and in this curve, in this branch, the curve is concave upward, and as we move away from minus 1 by under root 3, the curve again becomes concave downward. So here and here we get the 2 points of inflection. In this area, the curve is concave upward. In the above this point, the curve is concave downward. Similarly, above this point here, somewhere here is 1 by minus 1 by root 3. The curve is above that point, the curve is concave downward. So there are 2 points of inflection here and here. Let us draw the points. Nearly here is the point minus 1 by root 3, and nearly here is the point 1 by under root 3. So in this branch the curve is concave upward. Above this the curve is concave downward. Similarly, in this area above this point the curve is concave downward. So these B and C are 2 points of inflection. So this is how we discuss this example graphically. Thank you.